Silence. It's funny, isn't it? The world's so afraid of it. They can scream at you, tear you down with their words. But when you answer with nothing, when you take away the reaction they're looking for, they lose their grip. They're like dogs barking at a brick wall, frustrated, powerless. See, people think power's in words, in getting under your skin, making you flinch. They think it's in the insults they throw, or the control they pretend to have over you. But let me tell you something real. Their power's a trick, smoke and mirrors. It only works if you let it, if you react and give them what they want. Stay quiet, and you starve them. Think about a fire. It roars, burns everything in its path. But take away the air and what happens? It dies. That's what your silence does. It suffocates their control. Every time you hold your tongue, every time you don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you hurt, you're cutting off their air supply. I know what you're thinking. Isn't that weakness? Isn't silence just letting them win? No way. Silence isn't weakness. It's holding back. It's real power. The strongest person isn't the one shouting loudest. It's the one who stands still when everything's going crazy around them. You've been there, haven't you? The betrayals, the lies, the people who smiled to your face while planning to stab you in the back. They wanted you to fall, to beg, to break, but you're still standing. They can't handle that. Let me tell you about a wolf, a lone wolf kicked out of the pack. The world sees him as weak because he's alone, but that wolf learns to survive by himself, to hunt alone, to handle the cold without anyone to keep him warm. That wolf gets stronger than the whole pack ever was, and when the time's right, that same wolf can tear apart the pack that left him. You're that wolf. You don't need them, their approval, their pity, their fake love. They want you to chase them, beg for their attention. Don't. Show them nothing, not a word, not a look. Show them your back as you walk away. That's where your strength is, in not playing their game. People will call you cold, heartless. Let them. They'll never understand what it took for you to survive. They didn't see the nights you spent alone, the tears you wiped away when no one was watching. They didn't hear the fights in your head, the ones you fought just to keep going. And here's the funny thing, the same people who try to break you are the ones who are most afraid of you. They're afraid of the silence because it means they don't matter. It means their words don't hurt, their actions don't matter. Silence is your shield, your weapon. Life's like a chessboard. Every move, every reaction is a piece you give away. Show them anger, you lose a pawn. Show them fear, you lose your queen. But stay quiet, and you've won without moving a piece. Think about the people who really changed the world. They didn't waste time arguing with fools. They didn't explain themselves to people who wouldn't understand. They moved in silence, let their actions do the talking, and when they hit, it was a knockout. People try to control you because they're scared of losing control of their own lives. They put their own worries, their own failures on you so they don't have to deal with them. Don't let them. Be like water. Water doesn't fight the rocks. It flows around them, over them, through them. It makes its own way, quietly, and in the end, it changes the rocks themselves. So let them talk, let them plan, let them try to break you. Show no reaction. Their power stops where your silence starts. Walk away from their noise, their drama, their chaos. Focus on yourself, your goals, your strength, and when they realize they couldn't break you, they'll fear you, not for what you said, but for what you didn't, not for what you did, but for what you became. Stand tall, be the wolf, not the sheep, be the silence, not the noise. Remember, your silence isn't just no words, it's real power. It's the loudest thing they'll never hear. They don't deserve your pain. Save it for yourself. Use it to build yourself up, to rise, to win. And when you do, look back, not to brag, not to feel sorry for them, but to remember that silence was the key all along. It's not easy, is it? Most people don't choose silence. They talk because they're afraid of being forgotten, of not mattering. But words are cheap. They're nothing for people with nothing inside. Actions, silence, that's valuable. Only the strong can do it. They'll test you. They'll poke, try to get a reaction. Because your reaction makes them feel like they matter. Don't give it to them. Let them yell into nothing while you stay untouched. That's power. That's being in charge. When you react, when you argue, you've already lost. The second you answer, you're playing their game. They don't want to fix things. They want control. They want to pull you into their mess because that's where they're comfortable. But you don't belong there. You're meant for better things. A lion doesn't react to dogs barking. The king doesn't go down to the level of common people. He keeps his head up, walks strong. He doesn't need to show his power. Everyone knows it. Be that lion. When they come at you with their small games, their insults, their betrayals, don't even blink. Silence isn't just your weapon, it's your fortress. Build your walls high. Don't let in anyone who doesn't deserve it. What if it hurts? What if the silence feels lonely? That's what they want you to think. Silence isn't loneliness, it's being alone. Loneliness is wanting someone to fill an empty space. Being alone is filling that space yourself. You have to learn to like your own company, to be your own fortress, your own world. When you're okay being alone, no one can use being alone against you, and they'll try. They'll leave you, ignore you, cut you off, just to see you fall. Stand taller, smile through it. The sun doesn't care when clouds block it. It waits, knowing the clouds will move and its warmth will be felt again. You're that sun. The people trying to block you are just clouds passing by. There was a man who was laughed at, made fun of, left behind. They said he'd never do anything. They laughed at his failures, his pain, and you know what he did? He stayed quiet. He didn't fight back, didn't try to prove them wrong. He let his work, his hard work, his success speak for him. And when he was at the top, they were the ones trying to get his attention. But he didn't need them anymore. He'd already won. That's your future, if you learn to be silent. Silence isn't just doing nothing, it's doing something. It's a choice, a discipline. It's saying, I don't need you to tell me I'm okay. I'm enough. The world will try to tell you different. It will scream at you, throw your worries in your face. Don't listen. They don't know your story, your struggles, your scars, and they never will because you don't owe them anything. Scars, you have them, don't you? Physical, emotional, in your mind. They try to use them to break you, to define you. But scars aren't weaknesses. They're proof you survived. Wear them proudly. Let them remind you what you've overcome. When they point at your scars, when they try to use them against you, just smile. Those scars scare them. They remind them of your strength, your toughness. They remind them you've been through hell and came out the other side. You don't have to explain why you're still here. You don't have to apologize for being quiet. Let them wonder. Their guesses aren't your problem. Don't let anger take over. I know it's tempting. They've hurt you, betrayed you, lied to you. The anger burns, but anger hurts you too. Use it to work hard, to succeed, but don't let it control you. The best revenge isn't anger. It's not caring. It's looking at the people who tried to break you and realizing they don't matter anymore. They will inevitably label you. They'll call you cold, distant, aloof. They'll brand you heartless, unfeeling, misunderstanding the depths of your resolve. Let them. Their opinions are irrelevant, their judgments meaningless. They will never truly comprehend the trials you have endured, the sacrifices you have made, the battles you have fought just to simply survive, to keep your head above water. They didn't witness the lonely nights you spent wrestling with your inner demons, the silent tears you shed in the darkness.